Hello guys, it's Blackrat from 287 and welcome to the channel. So today we're gonna do a video about free-to-play legions, and especially we're gonna try to set up free-to-play legions the best way as possible for the SX17, because if you guys followed the last videos, we did videos about the top 10 for all the type of troops, but we did two lists, one for spenders and one for free-to-play players. So with this list we can try to do the best setup for the free-to-play players. So let's start right now with the defensive queue. So let's just enter right now in the garrison. So we're gonna start with defensive queue. Of course, the defensive queue needs to be always the first legion in your castle as a defensive, because she's the strongest with the technology who is attached to her. So the defensive queue gonna be always the one that you're gonna put first on your castle. And for that, we're gonna set the best free-to-play defensive legion in SX17, and it's gonna be Lowman, Warhammer, who's gonna be there, and Bleeding Steed with the skin, of course, if you can have it on the Eden shop. So this is actually the best defensive legion for free-to-play players in SX17, so there's no doubt that you're gonna use this as defensive queue. Really guys, this legion is really very strong, especially in defense, and she's going to be really great to counter one of the best legions in the game right now, who is the Arslan combo, because this legion is really not maybe the best, but really one of the best counter for Arslan. And also she's going to be doing really great against Sendiata. So that's why this legion must be your defensive legion if you are a free-to-play player, 100%. There's really no better than that. So now let's set up our legions. So we're going to start with the first one. So this of course going to depend about your castle or your technology, if you're focused more in calves or infantry, because if you guys saw, the archery is really not great for free-to-play players in SX17, so you guys must be playing as infantry focused or cavalry or both, of course. So for me, I am now mainly focused in infantry. So my main legion, it's gonna be, of course, the Arslan combo with Arslan, Scarlet, and Healer. So as a free-to-play player, this is really a really strong legion. If you want to burn castles, attack many legions, it's really one of the best legions in SX17, so you really need to use it. I'm not going to explain again why, but this legion is really strong. So then legion 2, and for me also there's no doubt that you're gonna need to use Sendiata, and me, I'm gonna put Rosen and Farah. Where's my Farah? I guess she's where's my Farah? Here. And here we go. So Rosen, Farah, Sendiata. And probably you guys gonna ask me why you don't use Hunk Warden and Sendiata. Because actually I really think that this season, I don't know why, but the Rosen, Farah, Sendiata is working a little bit better than Hunk Warden, Sendiata. So I do prefer to use it like this now. And you're gonna also understand why I'm not gonna use Hunk on this combo, because for the next I'm gonna use the Hunk. So SX1, here we have, and then I'm gonna use Sakura here, and we're gonna use Ethelfred. I don't have the skin actually, this is the free trial, but if you have, even better. So this is the third legion that you're gonna use as a free-to-play player because really this legion is actually super strong, because even if you don't have a very strong archery tech, it's still gonna have really nice results, because I don't have a very good tech in archery and I still do really nice damage with this legion. This legion gonna be really great actually to fight most of the cavalry legions that you're gonna find. It's really very good legion, really nice damage and also nice tanking. So really, this is the legion that you're gonna want to use. So of course you guys can really prefer to use Hankward and Sediata, but I really think that now Rosenfar is more interesting, and also it gives you Hank to be free, so you can use this legion. Because if you don't have Hank in this legion, you're gonna need to put full archery, and really if you don't have Boudica, this legion not gonna be good at all. So really, archery, full archery for free to play, it's really something you need to forget in SX17. So if you use this mixed legion, it's going to be great. And then for the last legion, we're going to use the Brave, we're going to use Elseed, and we're going to have Avalanche with the skin. Of course, it's gonna be really great in this compo. So the Brave Seed Avalanche, it's a legion that we are using since few seasons. It's really good against those burst damage legions, and also it's super important to have a legion with Avalanche, because in Eden it's gonna be super useful to take those tiles, enemy tiles, in one shot. So that's why I always like to have one legion with Avalanche for this, and it's really the best legion that you're gonna do with Avalanche as a free-to-play player. There's no better than this, the Brave Seed Avalanche. So we have our 4 legions set. Let's now check the garrison. So I set my garrison. So I set the defensive Q, of course, in first. As I told you, this legion is really great to counter Sendiata and Arslan combo. So it's gonna be your first legion in defensive. Then I put Sendiata. Why I put Sendiata? Because Rosenfara Sendiata also is doing really good against Arslan combo, and my setup is actually made to counter Arslan, because Arslan is the biggest problem for you. Usually if you're gonna fight a bigger castle, he's gonna try to use Arslan to pass all your legions, because it's really the legion who really do this really great. So you need to have really your defensive set to protect yourself from Arslan combo. It's going to be really the most dangerous. So that's why I'm using this legion, the defensive one, to counter Arslan. If Arslan beat my defensive, he's going to fight my Sendiata, who's going to be also a legion who counters him. So with this, usually I can stop the Arslan combo, except those are really big spenders. And then in third, I'm gonna put Arslan combo, because it's my strongest legion. I have the dragon with him, and I have the infantry who is really boosted on my castle. So I do put Arslan here. And then, so we have the 2 others. The one with Avalanche is actually the weaker legion in my set here. In all my legions, it's gonna be the weaker. So obviously I'm gonna put it in last, and then I'm gonna put Hunk in 4th legion. So this also gonna be great if you're gonna get attacked by Sendiata, because the defensive also gonna be doing great against Sendiata. Then you're gonna use your Sendiata to fight the other Sendiata. Well, maybe he can pass your Sendiata if you really have a better tech. Of course, he's gonna beat your Arslan if he still have a lot of troops, but then he's gonna be fighting the Hunk, Ethelfred and Sakura, and it's gonna be really harder to beat to beat it. And then also Brave Seed Avalanche gonna be doing great against Sendiata. It's not gonna be like a counter, but it's gonna be really great because of the silence disarming from Brave. So I think this is really a good way to set your legions. But really guys, if you are a free-to-play player, those legions are really the best setup that you're gonna find, at least in my opinion. I really don't see another way to set your legions as a free-to-play player, because the only change that you can make, it's gonna be to put instead of Rose and Farah Sendiata, you can put Hunk, Ward and Sendiata, as I told you, as a mixed. But then you're not gonna have the Hunk for the Legion free right here, so you can't really use Ethelfred. So there's no really good options, that nice options. You can put like Rose and Farah and Immortal, but it's really now not that good. But you can do it like this. But for me, that's really the best setup for you guys as a free-to-play. If you guys never tested some of the legions that I put here, I really recommend you to test it. You can also test my setup, and I will wait for your comments. If it's really good, if you find it really good, or if you maybe have another setup, you can tell me so we can talk about it. But really, I don't see better than this. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I see you soon for the next. Peace out.